close to you when she looking at me in that way. It's hard to not think about the way I that now you remember. Blow me on her page and then she won't post on IG, she's clever. Hit her in a burger, I'm in Atlanta, close to the river. You the spirit of Jezebel, little girl, you was on my tether. I was giving my all to you, you cold, I gave you my sweater. Took you to a ball or two, and baby, you fit in a slipper. I'm doing my all for you, and you were just letting us with her. But one thing I know, my money is small for you, so you better sounding hurt for right. I'm real as 10 tonight. I'm wearing Rick Aaron tonight. Yeah, I'm counting the bands tonight. Yeah, that rain tonight. Yeah, I'll get in the 10 today. I'm getting some tonight. Yeah, I'm rocking some beats tonight. Huh. I'm rocking some beats tonight. I'm getting a 10 today. I'm rocking some beats tonight. Huh. I'm rocking some beats tonight. I'm getting a 10 today. I'm rocking some beats tonight.
We are live in Boston, Massachusetts, the gem of New England, as the Celtics are about to go into this interconference contest right here. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Jason Tatum has built such consistency from beyond the arc. Doesn't matter if there's a contest or not.
White, left side. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss. Yep, that one goes.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. Now we talked about the unique challenge of Kawhi Leonard. From his perspective, Coach said Kawhi's strength is the issue. You can throw a lot at him and he'll just fight through it. So intelligence is the key. High IQ defense against a high IQ player. Back to you.
Thank you, David. To the middle. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Up and in on the layup.
Once Kawhi Leonard gets to the interior, this guy's so tough to keep from scoring.
Tatum's shot is off. And Leonard gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now Leonard. After the missed three from Derek White. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And they get it. 80 that time from Leonard.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And talk about victors and guys who play to their strength. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin. A 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Brown outside. You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
Now, here is Harden. 5 points in the game. Nobody near Leonard. Drops in the tray. Leonard's got 9.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Porzingis can't hit. And so Harden will bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 4. And it's done in the corner. Simmons left side. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
It seems like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
To the inside. Done outside. Back to Simmons. Porzingis with the rebound. In the corner. Tatum with it. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Pass to Leonard. Back to Harden. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on White. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Now here's White. Following the miss by Porzingis. Tatum gets the bucket.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
On the basket by Jones. Boston trailing. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Tatum. The three. It's hauled in by Zubac. It's tipped. It's Jones on the wing. He gets it up. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Clippers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And the shot goes in.
Guard skills, but a big-time forward or center type body. Ben Simmons making it happen inside.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Los Angeles leading by 3. Pass to Zubac. Inside. Here's Simmons. Rebound by the Celtics.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "We can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger." Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, D.A., for sure. Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Now, here's Dunn. Kicks it out to Bogdanovic. Off target from outside.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And the Clippers making a change here. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And they pick up 2.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Like looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Good on the triple.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Dunn right side. Pass to Zubac. Now here's Leonard. He's covered by Brown. Dunn outside. Just 5 to shoot. Porzingis with the rebound. Boston leading by 3. Down low. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical. Easy finish for KP.
Jones, no luck. Here's Boston now. They're on a 13-5 run. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. Clippers trailed by 5. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And it's White missing. Here's Los Angeles now. Here's Jones. Lays it up off the glass. Jones has got his second basket of the game.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Knowing it's his responsibility to find open teammates. Holiday, nice job setting the table there.
.54 seconds left here in the second. Back to Zubac. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown wide open. He fires. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Tatum no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Pass to Holiday. Brown inside the line. Boston, no good that time either. Dunn outside. Leonard, that's for 2. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Celtics leading by just 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Clippers trail. And Derek White picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Harden draws the double. Leonard on the wing. Back to Dunn. Pass to Harden. Clock at 6. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
Wow, James Harden putting a little sauce in the finish. Nicely done.
And the way the Celtics can attack teams, Doris, with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen. Well, Zubac's always around the rim. You love the quick strike there.
He gets that one.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Pass to Powell. Back to Dunn. Zubac's with it. Here's Powell. Another shot. And he sinks the layup.
Wow, with contact in the restricted area, Norman Powell, gritty play.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Here's Pritchard. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And here's Brown outside. Sinks the triple. Brown's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
You simply must stay attached to Jaylen Brown in a catch-and-shoot situation so dangerous.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Offensive rebound. The shot by Powell, no good. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Celtics shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Doris, recently the Clippers relocated their G League team, bringing basketball back to the city of San Diego.
Kevin, I absolutely love this because San Diego gets its first NBA representation since 1984. And yes, it's great for the city itself, but it's also a smart move by the NBA. You are tapping into an untouched market.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
It's Harden with the drive. Pass to Dunn. Here's Zubac. Good work defensively by Horford. Boston trailing. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Pass to Pritchard.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
For 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Well, what a surprise. James Harden has finished a play with contact and gets a chance for the three-point the old-fashioned way. Nicely done, James.
And the Clippers making a change here. Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your 2 best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Goes back up, and it's good on the way in.
Timeout.
Bogdanovich has got 5 points so far.
Showing off his inside game. Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. teams will make substitutions. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Davison. Takes it inside. That one's off, still out of sync. And it's Harden with the ball for Los Angeles. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
Nice job by James Harden to leak out and get an easy opportunity in transition.
Here's Cornette. Trains it from beyond the arc. Cornette's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. It's tipped. Stolen by Harden. Here's Harden on the wing. To the paint. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Zubac.
Boston foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
First personal foul.
The free throw drops for Zubac.
What you love about Ivica Zubac is he knows who he is. Big, strong body, mixes it up on the glass, sets solid screens. Just an understanding of who he is.
Cornette. And the shot goes down. Cornette's got 5 points now in the quarter. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Harden. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Well, at this point, James Harden has put his imprint all over this basketball game, and the defense better find a way to figure him out soon.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Here's Harden. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line?
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter.
53.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Celtics trail by 6, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Here's White from outside off the mark. Done with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Right side, Jones. Outside, Simmons. From past the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Coffey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Clippers leading by 9.
An example of Dunn showing just how unselfish he is, moving the ball well.
It's White on the wing. Fades back. Outside Holiday. It's up a 3. White, good.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Porzingis can't hit.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Jones. And it's slammed in by Jones.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Shot from the inbound. Holiday with the block.
An aggressive defender who pressures ball handlers. Nobody should be surprised to see Holiday sending shots away. No doubt about it, he has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Stolen by Holiday. Here's Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. And that's now 10 points for Porzingis.
That's what you call using your size in the painted area. Kristaps Porzingis, easy work right there.
Good, Kawhi working near the hoop.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Basket, good.
Well, good things happen for this team when Jaylen Brown gets into the paint. So efficient inside.
Now Simmons. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. It's Powell on the wing. Misses the three. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Brown. Brown jams it in.
You can tell Jaylen Brown embraces these kinds of moments. Big-time bucket.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And the Clippers making a switch here. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. While the team is up, coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Count it. And it's 6 points for Ivica Zubac.
Oh, my goodness. What a gritty finish from Zubac. Big fella. Okay.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5. And so Tatum nails them both.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Pass to Leonard. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, my. James Harden with a statement right there.
Here's the Celtics with the ball. Here's White. And here is Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Brown. Excellent defense there from Zubac. Clippers leading by 6. And the jam by Harden.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And it's done in the corner. Here's Harden on the wing. Porzingis with the block.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
Takes a step back.
Well, if you're going to be a franchise guy, you've got to want the ball in these clutch moments. Jaylen Brown doing work.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Harden outside. Clock at 4. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Now a timeout called by Boston. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
Brown outside. It's money from deep.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out.
Stop shooting all them threes. They don't win you a game, Playboy.
So
see you later, my boy.
Taking the win in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Dorisburg.